In the past several videos, we've been looking at techniques for commenting and marking up PDF documents as part of a review process. As we saw in the last video, with an email review, individual reviewers can submit markups and comments back to the initiator of the review, but they have no way of seeing each other's comments during the review process. In this video, we're going to look at a shared review in which all the reviewers participating in the process can see the comments from the other reviewers during the review cycle. We're working with the document guide.pdf, which is located in the working files in the Chapter 7 folder, and we're going to go ahead and open the comments panel and expand the review category. And in this example, we'll send for shared review. When we do, we have two options for this. One way, which is very convenient, is to use Acrobat.com, and Adobe provides this as a free online service which is convenient and easy to use. If you have sensitive documents and don't want to use Acrobat.com, and you have an internal server in an enterprise environment, you can place the documents and collect the comments on your own internal server. For the purpose of this example, we'll use Acrobat.com. Again, the overall process is the same as what we use for email. We distribute the document, or in this case, a link to the document online. Then we solicit comments and markups from the reviewers, and finally we collect and consolidate the results. So let's proceed. We'll click on Next, and it will ask us for our Adobe ID if we're not already logged in to Acrobat.com. In this case, I already am, and we can now prepare the message to our reviewers. This message invites them to join the review, which is being hosted on Acrobat.com. So we'll add the email addresses for our reviewers, and we can, of course, as we've seen in the past, modify this message in any way we want to customize the content. We can also set a review deadline. The default is 2 weeks into the future, but we can click this link and change the deadline to be any date that we want. We can also change the deadline later in the process if need be. Once we have this set up, we click Send, and a copy of our document is created as a reader review-enabled document, and it's uploaded to Acrobat.com. Since it is review-enabled, this will also enable additional markup and annotation tools for users of older versions of Adobe Reader, as we've seen in an earlier video. Once it is uploaded and ready, we can see that it has been distributed, saved to Acrobat.com, and saved to the local hard drive. Notice also here the link to track shared reviews. Now this is the same as the button that's over here in the comment pane, and if we click, we get the review tracker, which is the same tracker that we've seen before. Here we have the guide review, which is the current review. We can see the status of the review, to whom it has been sent down here on the bottom, and the status of any comments received. We can send email, add more reviewers, and so forth, and we'll come back to this tracker later. Notice right now we're looking at the file guide_review.pdf, which is the review-enabled copy that was created for us. And we have a new yellow bar here at the top with check for new comments and publish comments. If we check for new comments, Acrobat will communicate with Acrobat.com and see if there are any new comments. And in this case, we have no new comments. We just launched this review. We may want to add some comments of our own. We'll open the Annotations panel and add a sticky note right here with the comment, Jay, does this look okay? When Jay does his review of this document, he'll see this and he can respond in his review. Once we have some comments added to our document, we can click Publish Comments, which will push our comments up to the Acrobat.com server. Here you can see the status. One new comment was published. At this point, the other reviewers will be receiving their invitations, logging into Acrobat.com, and making their comments and markups as well. Once we've given our reviewers some time to check through the documents and provide their own markups and annotations, we can come back online and we can check for new comments. When we do, we can see Acrobat communicating with the server and we can see that 7 new comments were received. We click here to view those comments. Now we can see we have various comments throughout the document, even on other pages. We can open the comments list at this point, and we can see who's commented and what they had to say. We'll close these other panels so that we can get more room here. We see that Robin has made some comments, and here's the original comment I made, and there's some comments here from Jay as well. We can actually click on any comment, and it will navigate to that point in the document and highlight the comment. We'll click here, and in this case, Jay is telling us that there's some cleanup to do on this image. Here, the highlighted text includes a note from Robin. Now, there are quite a few comments in this list, and we can filter them by typing any portion of the name, for example, Jay, just to see the comments from Jay. But notice it also matches text within the comments, so this is a very versatile filter. We have additional filters and sorting options here to the right, and we can even click here to show comments by type, by reviewer, and so forth. So many different options for searching and sorting. So here with the shared review, each of our reviewers can see the very same list of comments here that we can see. Anytime any of these reviewers goes online and checks for comments, anything that's been added by anyone else in the review is automatically downloaded into their local copy as well. So this is a very collaborative and interactive way of working. Not quite real time, but as close as you can get to it with online server-based solutions. So that's how shared reviews work. If we return to the Reviews category and click on Track Reviews, we can check Guide Review, and we can see now that some of our reviewers have provided comments, and we can see that one hasn't. At this point, we can click here on this name, and we can send an email straight to this individual and ask them if they'd go ahead and please finish their review of this document. We can change the deadline right here, as I mentioned earlier in this video, and we can end the review immediately. We can interact in various ways with the reviewers. So there you have a shared review online through Acrobat.com, much more interactive than an email review and a great way for multiple people to collaborate on documents.